Since the 1970s, every major crime bill, major and minor, has had his name on it.
It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this?
You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. In fact, I drafted the bill, as you remember.
I know that.
This idea is a bunch of malarkey.
What was your favorite line of Biden tonight?
I'm very glad he said malarkey once again.
So anything on policy or substance, or just malarkey?
Oh, just malarkey. I mean, honestly, I haven't been that impressed, I'll be completely honest.
By Biden?
No, not really.
If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330.
If the Midwest is moderate, why is Hillary Clinton not President Clinton right now? Oh, we got a Trump supporter here. There you are. I love President Trump. Hey, I want to come over and interview you after this. Is that okay? Okay. So we got, this is like a Home Improvement where the neighbor was behind the thing. So there's a Trump supporter. The Midwest is not so moderate. Donald Trump was proposing economically, wait for it, progressive policies. Donald Trump said on the campaign trail, it's not such a Republican thing, but we got to cover everybody. Universal health care for everybody. Donald Trump said, enough with these wars. We're spending trillions and trillions of dollars on these wars. We got to get out. Of course, CNN hasn't covered that in the last 3 months. He also got him on trade, TRADE. Joe Biden not only voted for NAFTA, Joe Biden was pushing the TPP in 2016. Hillary Clinton called TPP the gold standard in 2011. TPP and NAFTA was a huge reason Hillary Clinton lost. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Rachel Maddow. Sorry to disappoint you, my friends at the Young Turks. It wasn't Putin.
How would you ensure that the United States is able to remain competitive against China on the world stage?
By pushing for fair trade, not trade deals that give away the sovereignty of the American people and our country, that give away American jobs, and that threaten our environment. These are the three main issues with that massive trade deal, the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
There's a big climate march here at around 4 o'clock Eastern that we're definitely going to go to. It is kind of being branded as making Detroit the engine of a Green New Deal. Obviously, if you know American history a little bit, Detroit was once the engine of the automobile industry, manufacturing, a lot of the great migration from the South, where African Americans came up to Detroit and Flint because they could get good union jobs working in automobile factories. That, of course, is no more, thanks to a lot of the folks on stage today and the ideology they embrace.
For decades, we have kicked the can down the road on climate change, and now under Donald Trump, we face a looming catastrophe.
I got kids. I have an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old, and I look at all these young people who don't have any future. It's no wonder that there's an epidemic of depression and anxiety. Guess what? It's not social media that's doing it. It's what they know about what's happening in the world that's doing it. That's why young people are anxious, as we all should be.
Where the Green New Deal is providing what people need. We need an economic bill of rights, jobs, income, housing, healthcare, education, retirement. And then we need to transform the economy so we're not destroying the ecology. I mean, climate change is not just stronger storms and more heat waves. It means ecosystem collapse, food production collapse, mass environmental refugees, mass starvation. I mean, this is an existential threat.
You got Kamala Harris, who just released a health care plan that is not Medicare for all. As I told you months and months and months ago, she's going to moonwalk faster than Michael Jackson away from Medicare for all because her donors, i.e. Hillary Clinton's donors, said her, no. You're not getting rid of Medicare. You're not getting rid of private insurance. You could talk progressive, Miss Harris, but you're certainly not doing a single-payer system and taking our money.
I designed a plan where, yes, responsive to the needs of American families, there will be a public plan under my plan for Medicare and a private plan.
Kamala Harris just talked about Kathleen Sebelius, who helped write her bill. This just pointed to the fatal flaw in her proposal. Sebelius works for Medicare Advantage, private insurance company who will stand to profit under her plan.
Ironically, what CNN did was basically give us credentials to the parking lot here. So we have credentials. This is what they call Media Row. Media Row is where the media, I guess, broadcasts.
And that's the elite.
And this is the elite media behind us. So CNN is live right now with all their pundits, pontificating about who's more electable, talking about poll numbers, even though they cherry pick all the polls to elevate the establishment and knock down progressives like Bernie Sanders.
Mel came up to me and told me something I wasn't surprised by because I saw a lot of this in 2016. But apparently CNN was definitely exercising some selective coverage.
I don't even think I see any Biden supporters, but next thing you know, I just see Biden signs everywhere, even inside the visibility zone, where people weren't even in that. It wasn't even people under yet.
The reparations issue, on reparations, she's by far the standout. She comes out ahead on that issue by alone. I mean, I do a lot of work with restorative justice, and just the frame within that is actually important. It's it's restoring the harm that was done. But that's the whole crux of reparation by itself.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list.